Let's talk about the dollar sign in Excel. Obviously, I'm not talking about money, but I'm talking about a very important concept whenever you are trying to drag your formulas across the sheet. After this video, hopefully you will never have a scenario like this one where you will try to drag your formula and you get an explosion. So let's go. Let's start with the boring theory and then I have a cool real life example for you. So we come back here, we have some numbers. So I'm just gonna do equal and select cell B2, press enter and you get 5. Now what would happen if I drag the formula to the right? So I am moving one column to the right. Well, you can see we get 6, which is C2. So I moved one column to the right, it will move in the formula. Same thing for the left. So if I go one column to the left by dragging, you will get A2. If I look at rows, we go down, so that becomes B3. And if I go up, that will become B1. So you got the gist of it. I'm just gonna drag the formula like this, and you get the same numbers. Now let's go to the opposite, which are the super rich people. They have a lot of dollars. So equal A1, and let's use F4. You notice that we have now a dollar sign in front of A and a dollar sign in front of 1. Press enter, you get 1. Now what would happen if I go to the right? Well, you get a 1 again. Why? Because we have a dollar sign in front of the column, which is A, so it will not move whatever you do. So if I just move it again to the right, nothing happens. I have also a dollar sign in front of 1, so the same thing will happen for the rows. So if I just drag down, you will see I still have a 1, and here I still have a 1. So now we can just drag the formula, and you will see the same formula will not change. Let's go for mixed referencing. So here we're gonna do equal A1 and 2 times F4 to get a dollar sign only in front of 1. Press enter and you get 1. Now here I have a question for you, so please try to tell me in the comment section and don't cheat. What will happen if I move to the right? Well, what happens is the column will change. Why? Because we don't have a dollar sign in front of the column, so it will behave like the relative reference. If you go to the right again, then you have C1. However, for the row it's different. I have a dollar sign, so if I go 1 down, this doesn't change and it will behave like absolute referencing. So if you see, I get a 1 and now we just move to the right, we get 2 and 3. So that's B1 and C1. Now let's do the opposite. Equal, let's go for A1, then 3 times F4, 1, 2, and 3, press enter, you have a dollar sign in front of A. So if I move to the right, nothing happens because there is a dollar sign. And if you look at the rows, if you move down, in this case it will change because we don't have a dollar sign. So now if I just do this, I get 147, 147. Let's go for our example so you understand it better. Here I have some items, starting price, inflation per year, and my boss told me I need to calculate the inflation for every item every year. Now I don't want to do this manually, so what I can do is use a formula equal the starting price times, open parenthesis, 1 plus inflation, close parenthesis, to the power 1. Now if you don't know this formula, don't worry, I have a video around this. The concept here is to understand how to use the dollar sign. So press enter, you get 105. Now if I drag this, something is smelling wrong. I don't like it. That's not the right value. Why? Let's just click on this one and click on the formula bar, and you can see first of all this has moved to the right. So the price becomes inflation, the inflation becomes year 1. That's not good. The second thing that you would notice is that now you have to the power 2, which is correct. So E1 is correct, but C3 and D3 are not. So let's go back. Some of you, what you will do is just select this, press F4, and select this, press F4. Now we have absolute reference. Let's try it out. The values are correct. But if I just drag it down, boom, explosion. What happened? Let's try to investigate it together. So we click here, we go up, and we can see first of all I have a problem with my price and inflation. It has to go down. And second of all, you can see that now I have D2, which is year 1. I wanted it to be D1. So what to do? Let's go back here and we fix this formula. First of all, I want the row to be flexible. So I go down, it has to go down. Let's remove the dollar sign here and the dollar sign here. For the column, I want it to be B and C if I move to the right. So now it looks fine. We still have to fix D1. What I want here is the opposite. If I move column, it should work, it should move with me. If I move rows, I don't want it to change. So I can put a dollar sign here and press enter. And now, if you just drag it like this and drag it down, it works perfectly. For example, for this one, you can see we have now B4, so it has changed row, C4 also. And for E1, it has not changed row, only column, and you get the right answer.